Making it rain on the preachers. That's the topic in today's video. Hi, I'm Renee with the tithinghost.com. This is where we talk about what the church doesn't want you to talk about. Today's topic, making it rain on the preachers. That's right, making it rain on the preachers. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this practice of people running up to the pulpit, the altar, the stage, and throwing money at the preachers, laying money up there and running up and putting money in the preacher's hands, in his pockets, or whatever. What's up with that? Now, I admit, I've done it once in my life. And it happened several years ago, and there was a church that I was visiting on a regular basis, and the pastor of that church had invited a well-known bishop to come and speak. And after the bishop had spoken, the pastor had asked those of us in the congregation to give the pastor a love offering, and I had no problem with that. Just to show our appreciation for him coming out and sharing his message. And what we did was, people stood up and walked around and walked, to where the bishop and his wife were standing, and would put money or lay money at the feet of the bishop and his wife. Like I said, it was the first time I had ever done that, so I was just kind of following what everyone else was doing. So I'll say, okay, this is what we do. You're going to walk around and lay money at the bishop's feet. And I can tell that the bishop felt uncomfortable with that. Number one, he didn't come with a prosperity message, and he didn't even mention money. He wasn't even expecting that the congregation was going to give him some money. That's just something the pastor of that church wanted to do. But I can tell he felt a little uncomfortable with people throwing money at his feet. And personally, I felt uncomfortable placing money at the feet of the bishop. And I don't know if it was because it's something I had never done before, but there was something about it that just kind of felt odd, awkward, and out of place. It's just something about throwing money at a person's feet that it just seemed a little weird to me. But I know that this takes place, and I want to know, why do people make it rain on preachers? Is it because that is part of a certain culture in some denominations, or is that something that's just common practice in certain denominations? Is it that people are kind of showboating and they want to be seen? Like, look at me, I'm tricking off this money on the preacher. Because it kind of reminds me of what people do in strip clubs. You have in the strip clubs, like, you have people who love to just make it rain, and they tricking off all this money on the strippers. And it's not so much about the strippers as much as it is about, look at me, look at all this money, look at how I'm flossing. Money ain't thing to me. I got so much money on it, I can just trick it off on these strippers. It don't mean nothing. It's just money, and I got it like that. So are people showboating? Or is it that there are people who think that by blessing the preacher, the pastor, with this money, that whatever blessing or anointing is on that preacher is going to get on them, and God is going to give them a double, triple, quadruple portion of blessing? Or is it that people are just caught up emotionally in the preacher's sermon? Is it that the preacher, he or she is preaching so good that you just want to, like, You don't say it, that pastor just whoo. You know, because, I mean, it happens in other arenas. I think, you know, just like take a singer, a gospel singer, a soul singer, R&B singer who can really sing, and they hit that note, and they just move you. You want to slap them, you want to throw something at them, like, sing that song. Ooh. So I'm thinking, is it because people that preacher has said something that stirred them, and they want to throw something at the preacher, and so they're going to just, throw some money at the preacher. So what's up with this practice of making it rain on a preacher? Have you done this before? What's your experience with this, making it rain on the preacher? I want to know. Leave your comments below. What are your thoughts about making it rain on the preacher? Okay. I'm Renee with tithinghost.com. Thank you for watching the video. Until next time, peace and blessings.